Hello and welcome to Playing Favorites. I'm your host, Dashiell Meier. Everyone has favorites. And on this show, we talk about all kinds of our favorite things. Today on Playing Favorites, my guest is Richard Woloski. Richard is a huge Star Wars and Disney fan, and he combines these two interests as co-host of the popular podcast and YouTube show Skywalking Through Neverland, which is an amazing catchy title. Richard, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Dashiell. I feel honored, and I feel like I need like a bow tie myself, or a tie, or a tuxedo jacket. Maybe we can CGI in something. What do you think?
That could work. So, tell me about how you started Skywalking Through Neverland.
Well, this goes back 10 years ago when my wife Sarah and I saw this amazing new landscape called podcasting, and we thought, hey, we need in on this. And she was a big Disney fan, and I was a big Star Wars fan, and like a good Reese's peanut butter cup, we melded together and formed Skywalking Through Neverland, where we talk about Star Wars, Disney, we talk about pop culture, we talk about Marvel, anything that makes people smile. We thought, hey, let's keep on doing this. It's a lot of fun, and I get a chance to talk to people that I would never think I would get a chance to talk to, people who were invested in the creation of all these movies and TV shows, and now here I am getting a chance to talk with them. It's been a blast, and all that has led up to our meeting right here. So I'm not sure where I can go from here.
And also, I just want to thank you for inspiring me to one day do a podcast myself. And I came up with the name Disney Rumba.
There you go. You know what? I would watch and listen to a show like that because you wouldn't know what to expect.
So, do you have a favorite episode you've done?
I'm going to say when we first began, the one person I really wanted to speak to was a guy named Bryce Eller. If you were of my age and grew up with Star Wars in the 70s and 80s, when you went to the mall to see Darth Vader in person, if it was an official Darth Vader from Lucasfilm, he was played by a guy named Kermit Bryce Eller. And after he'd done his Darth Vader appearances, he suddenly just disappeared. No one could find him. And one day, a friend said, hey, I know who this guy is. I can get him on your show. So on my 50th birthday, Sarah and I went up to his place, did a one-on-one interview, and I got 50 years of questions answered in that discussion. So I'd say that's a very memorable guest, or favorite, as you like to say.
Now we're going to talk about one specific favorite of yours, and that's your favorite attractions at Disneyland.
I can say what my most non-favorite right now, because of a little grudge, is Star Tours, because I've never been able to be the Rebel Spy. Yeah, it's what now? We're on 13 years now. When they rebooted Star Tours, they added this extra little feature where someone in the Star Speeder could be a Rebel Spy. Never been me. Sarah, my wife, 8.5 times. Me, none. Not a single time. And I've always wanted to be picked as the Rebel Spy. So I'm going to put that on the low end right now.
I definitely feel bad for you, except I don't know what you've been through because I've been the Rebel Spy twice.
All right, I'm out of here. Bye.
He'll be back. See?
All right, you know what? I had a chance to think about this, and you know what? I feel happy for you. It's just one of those hot button things.
Don't worry. The galaxy may not know why, but you are indeed deserve to be the chosen one.
You know what? If you can make a couple of calls to Disney, say, come on, give this guy a chance. I'm going on 13 years now. Make him the Rebel Spy, won't you? But I would say one of my favorites is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. And that's the ride that we got to share when you were here a few weeks ago. That and Rise of the Resistance.
Oh yeah, that one's just amazing. I would say the best part of that ride is a part where you go into the pods at the end of the ride, and that big scope drop that makes your stomach feel like it's liquid.
Yeah, well, I remember screaming my head off, and you were just sitting there laughing at me.
Yes,
I
I
was,
was.
you know what,
Well,
Dashiell? I forgive, I just don't forget. Mm, mm, just saying. I see the game you're playing, the mind games. I get it.
speaking of games, now
Mm-hmm.
it's time for the speed round.
Uh-oh. Okay. Is this gonna make me cry?
Who knows? Are you ready? On these cards, I have a list of different categories, and Richard is going to tell us his favorite for each one. Let's start.
Okay.
What is your favorite sandwich?
I'm gonna say a grilled cheese with mustard.
For me, it's the same thing, except with cheese.
So you want a grilled cheese with mustard with cheese?
No, without mustard, just
All right.
cheese. What is your favorite Halloween costume you've worn?
That's a good question because this one involved your dad. In 1980, your dad and I and a bunch of friends, we went out trick-or-treating, and I had made my own Darth Vader costume. And I was so proud of this costume. I tried it out. I wore it around the house. The only problem is I didn't wear it at night. So thankfully your dad was able to lead me from house to house because I couldn't see squat. The helmet lenses are just so dark that you
Ugh,
can't see anything. It was a gamble whether you want to survive the night.
this one's real tricky.
Oh no.
What's your favorite dinosaur?
I'm gonna say the Chindosaurus
Okay, why?
because it looks like a velociraptor, but it's not. And unlike the velociraptors, a Chindosaurus cannot open up a kitchen door. I saw that in a documentary once where velociraptors were able to open up kitchen doors and chase around children. Wasn't Jurassic Park a documentary?
No.
No, that didn't really happen.
No.
You know what? Knowing that's not a documentary now, that really answers a lot of questions. See, this is why I come on your show so I can learn things that I didn't learn in school.
Makes sense. I'm quite the instructor.
Yeah, you are. You should have your own YouTube instructional video show.
My favorite dinosaur is the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I was gonna say, do you know why? The king of dinosaurs. Okay, what's the next question?
What is your favorite class in college?
I'm gonna say filmmaking. That was a lot of fun to make my own films.
I love all my classes, but I'm taking this extra course in film studies.
Oh, what are you learning in film studies?
The history of film in general.
How far back do they go with the history of film in your class?
I mean, back to ancient times, I would say.
Like the 1990s? That ancient?
Maybe?
Or when dinosaurs roamed the earth back in the 1990s? Now, my chance to ask you a question. What is your favorite ancient film? Aside from Disney, take Disney out of the equation. What's your favorite old-time film?
The last one that I have seen was probably Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Are you telling me this is an old film for you?
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah. Yeah.
I guess to you, Indiana Jones, that was 81, so that was over 40 years ago. So, all right. I can see it being an old film if you want to go there.
What is your favorite comic book?
I'm going to go with the classic Marvel Star Wars comics. These are the comics from the 70s and 80s. And on our podcast, Skywalking Through Neverland, plug, Sarah and I will break down these classic Star Wars comics because they are so trippy. This is before everything had to be canon, before everything had to roll into the same storyline. You get a lot of really weird things, such as this is a major character in classic Marvel Star Wars comics. Ever see this guy before?
No, I haven't. No.
This is a character named Jackson. He was a 7-foot green mercenary bunny rabbit. This is how crazy and fun the Star Wars comics were.
What is your favorite obscure Star Wars line you like to quote?
There's so many of them, hundreds of them,
Yes.
hundreds. I would go with Darth Vader's first line to Luke Skywalker in The Empire Strikes Back when he says, "The Force is with you, young Skywalker." but you are
Yeah.
not a Jedi yet. It's a couple of beats. It's when you want to put someone in their place, you drop that line on them. All right? It's like, hey, I see you, but you're not ready for me. Try that sometimes. It works. Okay?
Well, that's all the time we have for today. I wanted to say thank you to my guest, Richard Woloski. I appreciate you coming on the show.
Well, I appreciate you having me on the show.
And for you watching, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave comments. I love to read your messages. Bye now. Let's celebrate.